Thunder! 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 Thundercats! Ho!
Thundercats are on the move. Thundercats are loose. Feel that, hear the roar. Thundercats are loose. Thunder, 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 Thundercats!
Hello, Bots and Books fans, this is Scorp1701, and tonight I am super excited to share with you, you might even say Super 7 excited to share with you, the brand new Thundercats Ultimates line. Dun dun dun. And first off, we will have the Lord of the Thundercats himself, Lionel. So, what's that you say? It's not that exciting for a brand new line of figures? Well, this particular box is just a mailer, and yes, you're right, it is not that exciting. As you can see, it is just a brown box. It does say Thundercats and Lionel. Is that something? No, ages 14, Super 7, nothing on this side of the box, nothing on this side of the box, nothing. And on this side of the box, you got a little bit of credits for the box and Super 7s and Warner Brothers and barcodes. But this is, like I said, just a mailer, and the good stuff is on the inside. So what we'll do is we'll open this up real quick, and we'll slide this out, and then open from the side, and we will lift it out, and then we will get into something that is super cool. Now, is that better for presentation? I think so. That is awesome. Look how beautiful that is. Nice foil Thundercat symbol. That red just pops and is all shiny. Thundercats here, Lionel here. On the top of the box you have Ultimates, because this is Ultimate line. Nothing on this side of the box. On the back of the box you just have nice Thundercats logo there. And on the bottom of the box you have some more credits, barcodes, and other things. So that is cool. But again, this is still yet another kind of secondary box. It is like a slip cover. And if we lift this up, we can actually get to the awesomeness that is the Super 7 Lionel. Wow, this thing is awesome. And just looking at it in the box, I don't really want to open it. This is great. This is okay. I've changed my mind. This is going in the museum, and we will never see this thing again. No, I'm kidding. I've got to open it. This is awesome. So, taking a look at the actual box, you can see it is a open window box. You see Lionel there with a lot of accessories. Thundercats, Lionel. On this side of the box, nothing. On this side of the box, nothing. The top of the box is still the same. And on the back of the box, wow, you have this classic Thundercat picture with all the Thundercats, including Jaga, and you have Cat's Lair, and you have Mumra looking all scary and I'm gonna get you, and you have Super 7, and you have Lionel, and you have a read up. If we come a little closer in and let me get some focus, you can sit there, pause it, read it, and then we will be done with that. Moving on. So that is basically Lionel in the box. I know no one wants to see this guy in the box. I know I can't stand to have him in there for much longer. So let's get him out and see how cool this guy is and what he can do. And here we have Lionel out of the package. And out of the package, he stands at approximately 7 inches tall. And he comes with a slew of accessories. And that was one of the selling points of this line from Super 7. It is called the Super 7 Ultimates line because all of the Ultimates come with a ton of accessories. And starting off, taking a look at those accessories, we have the Book of Omens, which is really nicely done. It's a gold book, has a nice Thundercat symbol there, a lot of little squares there, and has some binding on the side. Nothing really much. It doesn't open or anything. It's just a solid piece. So, but it is a pretty neat accessory from that one episode that he did when, you know, they found the Book of Omens. Actually, the Book of Omens was very prominent in it. It played in many episodes. But anyway, moving on, he has his Sword of Omens. This is awesome. I love the length of this. I love the hilt and the handle. You can see that it has a nice, very curved. I don't know if we can get him to do, you know, put it in his eyes and see sight beyond sight, but who knows? We'll try that a little later. He has a smaller dagger version of the Sword of Omens, and it has the Eye of Thundera in there, you know, which is, you know, just a slit. Some other little mini swords or daggers of Thundera, they have the Thundercat symbol in there, and that's never right. But anyway, I like it. I like the sculpt a lot. We'll look at that a little later. We'll get a little paint scuff on there. That's a thing I've been noticing. He comes with 4 claw shields, and they are done in 2 distinct different ways. He has these, which are very detailed. There's got a fur molding on there, and you can see the rivets here in the palm where they would shoot out gas or lines or whatever he would need at the time. And there's 2 for one to wear, which if you look at this one, this is the one he would actually wear. You'd pop his hand off, and there's a little I don't know if you can see a little tab in there that will port into the empty ball socket of where his hand will be. That's how that one goes on. And this one has a little tab here with a hole junched out, and that will be for the side of his belt, which will attach to his leg. So you have a little molded dagger of Omens in there, which he would wear on the side of his leg, which is cool. So that is that one. And then we come to the more cartoon looking ones, very sleek, not as detailed. They're painted in gold, which is nice. You still have the little rivets there. And there's this one for the leg. You can see the tab comes up in the hole for the little, there's a little thing on his belt we'll show a little later. But interesting enough about this one, if you look down in there, there's a little slot, and you can actually put this little dagger of Omens down in there, and it fits right nicely. So that's cool. They didn't want to mold that one in there. I guess they actually wanted to give you one, which is great, because I love having multiple swords and such. And then you have this one. This is again the one that will peg onto his wrist, and he could wear as his hand. So that's pretty neat. All right, next we have an oddity. I say oddity because these hands, this is a set of hands, of weapon holding hands, which is fine. You got a right hand and a left hand, and as you can see, you know, they're nice, and you got the little holes there. But these hands are the exact same as these hands, so I'm not exactly sure why they gave us 2 sets of the same hands, but hey, I guess they thought we might lose some, but here you are. You have 2 right weapon holding hands, as you can see, and you have 2 left weapon holding hands. Again, I don't know why. That's strange, but hey, accessories, right? And finally, he has an alternate head where he looks all grrr, nice red hair. But we'll take a closer look at that later. Anyway, those are the accessories, and like I said, Drew, there was a lot of them. So let's get into taking a closer look at Lionel himself. And coming real close in on Lionel's head sculpt, you can see it is really nicely done. He has some very, very striking features there. Nice red hair, a little bit of dark, I don't know, lighter red kind of washed in there. That's pretty neat. And he has a nice 2-tone skin tone for his mouth and then his face. Some nice orange eyes and some spiky looking eyebrows there, so that is neat. Coming down, he has the skin tone throughout. You can see that it again changes to at his wrists, And forearms, you can see it gets a little lighter, so that's a neat little attention to detail that was true with the cartoon. He has his standard blue shirt that kind of comes down and has an open in the middle where you can see his abs. Nice Thundercat belt, which is dark blue on the sides, and then a little bit of silver and some little colors to make points. I hate to say it, this being ultimate line and all, but my belt is a little sloppy in the paint department. You can see it gets a little off right here, and it goes up there, and then you get some mispaints right here on the sides. But if that's all there is about the paint, I'm not going to be too nitpicky, but you can see there's even little specks of skin toned paint on his chest and the sides here and up here. So, and then over here, I don't know. Well, it's not too bad, I guess. So, has some blue shorts, and legs are coming down to same skin tone. And he has his blue boots with a little bit of white highlighting and some more offline for that white trim on the boots. So, I don't know. It's not the end of the world, and I've been waiting for this guy for so long. I think I can overlook it. On the back, you can see same, nothing that different, other than he doesn't have a open part in the middle of his back. So yeah, that's pretty neat, and that's pretty much what Lionel looks like. Now for articulation, starting off at the head, it can go all the way around. That's pretty nice. It can look up a little bit, down a little bit, and a little bit of wiggle waggly. So that's pretty cool. His shoulders can come up and down. They can go all the way around like that. He does have a bicep swivel, total bicep. It goes all the way around like such. He has a nice elbow bend right here, just a single elbow bend, which is cool. And it doesn't go back, it just goes forward. And he has wrist articulation that goes all the way around. And there's a hinge on his wrist that will go up and down. It does feel kind of rubbery, his hands do. So, I mean, the whole figure feels kind of rubbery, but it's good. It's not bad. All right. Coming down to his abs, he does have an ab crunch. It goes up or forward. It can go back a little bit depending on where you have it set. So this will be like his normal, and then it can go back. So that's pretty neat. I don't know what that is. A little bit of paint chippage. Alright, he does have a waist swivel, so it can go right here above the belt. It can go 360 degrees if you're so inclined. So that is neat. Legs, not very articulate. I mean, you can't go up that much because of his shorts get in the way. So you can get a little bit up, but not too bad. Back, not that much either. So there is a hinge that take them out to the side, so that's where you get a lot of your articulation there. Thigh swivel, it's there, so but it doesn't go all the way around, so just be careful with it. Thighs are kind of weird. I don't want them popping off. And knee bend, does have a nice knee bend, single joint right here, gives you some good motion there, so that's pretty nice. And coming down, he does not, well, yeah, he does have a boot cut. That was kind of hidden, so that is pretty neat. It does go all the way around, so you can get that boot cut in there. It has a hinge for his foot, goes up and then goes down, and then it rocks around. So there you go. I don't know if we saw this. There's some serial number on the bottom of his foot, and they both have like little holes, and tells you which foot it is. You got a little R right there and a little L right there. So I guess that's for the makers who put this little guy together. All right. Anyway, that is it for his articulation. Very articulated. Very good. Moving on. And for his first accessory, here he is holding the Book of Omens. So that is pretty neat. He can hold it nice in his standard hand that he comes equipped with. It is wide enough for him to get in there. And you can see it fits snugly. I don't think he's going to drop it. So yeah. And now we'll take a look at his furry claw shield, which is, again, really nice. You pop the hand off and the little tab will slot right into the empty port in his wrist, and then you got his claw. Rawr! So that's pretty neat. I'm going to do them both kind of. So you got a little black under there. I didn't notice that earlier, so that's pretty neat. So it fits really nice on him. So he goes, rawr, rawr. Got that. And here's his other fur shield, which will attach to the side of his belt. There is a little, again, port there that it plugs into this little hole there, and it sits right there on his leg. So I don't particularly like the more detailed claw shield, but hey, if you like it, then feel free to put it on your figure. So yeah, anyway, those are his detailed claw shields. And here he is with his more smooth, less detailed claw shield, and I like that one a lot better. This is where this is what I will have him displayed with in my collection, but it's basically the same colors except with less of the details. And you can see same one on the side, and it claps on there. We can take this mini Sword of Omens dagger form, and like I showed you earlier, it can slide right down in there, and he can have that equipped to his side. So that is awesome. I like it when they give us those options. And taking a closer look on the closed weapons hand, again, we got two sets of these. I don't know why, but you can see they're a little smaller. They can actually be used as maybe climbing or fighting, because he liked to grapple sometimes. Ha ha ha. Maybe he was like fighting with Panthro. Ha ha ha. But that's pretty neat. So yeah, those are his alternate set of hands. And we'll take a look at the small dagger sized Sword of Omens and its resting mode, I guess you want to call it, resting form. It's nice. You get the little round red part, and then the golden eye slit, and then some nice blues on the hilt, and then everything else is just standard gray plastic. Now I got a little bit of scuff. I got a little bit of paint slop over here. There's a little fleck right over here, so that's kind of unfortunate. I don't know if I can scratch that off or maybe touch it up with some red, but another part of the paint stuff. But anyway, he can hold it. It goes nicely into his hands. You just got to open it. You can in either hand, because they're both the same, and just slide it in there. Hold your sword, Lionel. So yeah, that looks really nice for him holding it like that. So so he's got that little kill. No, I don't think you'd ever do that, because that's not what the Sword of Omens does, darn it. So I like that. I like that how he holds it. I like the dimensions of it. And here we have the Mystic Sword of Omens in its full stature. It's really nicely done. Again, you set the same colors. No different. Obviously the guard is open, and you have it to the point where he can put his eyes in. Nice Thundercat symbol there. It is actually about 4.5 inches long, this sword is. And if you go on this side of the sword, again, it's same. But I got a little paint lines right here, and again, that's kind of unfortunate. I don't like when that happens, but again, it's minor. I might be able to scrape it off, but who knows. All right, so bring Lionel here. So Lionel, you can hold your sword, so to speak. Sword of Omens, get it in here. So put it in his hand. All right. So come on, get in there. Alright, so that's pretty neat. And can he do the sight beyond sight thing? Get it up to his eyes? No. Well, it's not going to work, because, I mean, he could grip it, probably. Let's see if we could grip it with both hands. Yeah. So, we can kind of do that. And, I don't know, that's kind of close to doing sight beyond sight. Sword of Omens, give me sight beyond sight. So if you kind of do it this way, you kind of can get the cheap, trick. You can fake it. Oh no, the Thundercats are in trouble. I will go save them. Anyway, so yeah, that's it. It's his Sword of Omens. That's pretty nice. I do like the length of it. The Mattel figure, this is a replica of, or this is kind of a new design or mold mate of. The sword was a little shorter and a lot thicker. I think the longer thin blade is the way to go when you're talking about the Sword of Omens, and pretty much any sword. I like the long thins. So anyway, that is it for the Sword of Omens. And his final accessory we're going to take a look at is his alternate head, and he is very angry now. Arrgh! Has nice gritting teeth, narrow eyes, and he's just ready to claw somebody. Arrgh! So, I don't know. May have gotten to the evil catnip, but so wow, that is very, very frightening looking head. He's angry. He is very angry. All right. Moving on. And for comparison, here you have him with a couple of other Lionos. You have the original LGN, you have the Bandai, and you have the Funko Savage World. And I think he looks good. You can see a progression in the articulation and as the figures have aged. And I think each one got better and better until we got our Super 7 Liono. All right, moving on. And for some non-Thundercat comparisons, here we have Optimus Prime Earthrise version. So, yeah, you can see that's a pretty neat comparison. Let's see, get him out. What else do we have handy? Here he is with a Star Wars Black Series figure. Here he is with the Mandalorian. So, he's a little taller than the Mandalorian. Get him out of here. Here he is with the Super 7 He-Man that we reviewed a couple weeks ago. This is not the Deluxe He-Man or the Classics He-Man, so this was actually going to be smaller. There is a Super 7 He-Man that would probably fit a little better to scale, but I'm not getting it. Like I said, this is the only He-Man that I'm going to have in my collection for the time being. Alright, let's see. Here he is with the Batman from the Batman versus the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. That is a nice comparison. Lionel's a bit more hefty looking than Lionel here, although they are about the same height. So that's pretty neat. Get out of there, Batman. Let's see what else I got. Here he is with Marvel Legends Cyclops. Still sorta, Lionel's got him beat by an inch, but there's the kind of comparable, I guess, for a mutant cat. Well, actually, speaking of mutants, here we have him with a Neca Ninja Turtle, and that's if the Ninja Turtles were human size, which they're not, he may have come up to Lionel's height. But for the most part, human size scale, I think this is pretty neat. And there you have Leonardo of the Ninja Turtles. Alright, and those have been some neat comparisons. And this has been the Super 7 Thundercats Ultimate Line Liono. And let me tell you guys, this was worth the wait. I remember about a year ago, I made the announcement that we were going to be taking a look at these figures, and here they are. The first wave has recently been released. Everybody's starting to get them. If you want them, you might be able to get them off of the Chosen Prime, Big Bag Toy Store, other online toy distributors. You might even be able to go to Super 7's website. They still may be soliciting them. I don't think so. I think they had a limited time where you could order them, and then they shut the window for that. But if you're looking for a new set of Thundercats to start a collection, I definitely recommend the Super 7. Now, these were remakes or retools of the Matty Collectors series that they put out a few years ago, but and the first wave is going to be comprised of that. You know, you're not going to see anything new until the second wave, but they were good then, they're good now, with the exception of a little bit of paint flecking and smearing. You can't beat this figure. It is very, very nice. The materials feel good, and they're very hefty. They're not that brittle plastic, so none of it's going to break. It's more of a rubbery feeling, and if you don't like that, it's not really that bad once you get it in hand and play with it. So yeah, this is starting out to be a great line. I can't wait to review more of them. I got the first wave already, and I think it'll be fun when we review these guys. All right, guys, that's the review. I hope you enjoyed it, and until next time, keep playing.